How can be constructed a bilingual learning environment? In order to implement effective learning environments, there are certain concepts and considerations that must be analyzed so that we can understand the best ways to improve the learning process. Here I share with you a set of references we can take into account. Let's first address the conception of learning, teachers, and learners. Before starting learning environments design, it is crucial to understand the foundation of the school, beginning with the identification of the fundamentals of learning, which grant the design principles proposed by the OECD in 2017 to build individual learning environments and wider systems. But first of all, who are the learners? Learners are the center. They are active and aware of their learning process. So, learning environments must guarantee a social-founded, active, well-organized, and cooperative learning. There must also be sensitive to students' multiple differences, whether linguistic, cultural, social, etc. Learners may face hard-working and challenging tasks without excessive overload, of course. In the case of teachers or educators, they are expected to be fully engaged with learners' motivations and emotions, implement formative assessment and feedback as strategies to reach expectations, to promote horizontal connectedness across areas of knowledge and subjects through transversal projects, to share a common view of learning and recognize themselves as learners too, taking into account too that teachers' feelings and motivations are proportional to their performance. So, learning environments must be sensitive to teachers' multiple differences in capacities and experiences. In terms of learning spaces, we must be aware that whether digital or physical, the new trends around young learners in the 21st century and the way these had changed of learning spaces, leaving behind the old ways of classroom and arrangement where the teacher was always in the front while students sat in rows facing the teacher. It is important to promote not only teachers and students' interaction and communication, but also students. A proposed layout to organize the space where students and teachers' interactions are more varied and there is easy access to the rest of the elements in the classroom, such as the material and resources displays across the space. Also, in terms of social affective levels and social cultural, there is no doubt that education in the terms of learning and teaching is a lifelong and ever-changing process. Therefore, there is a requirement for governments, policymakers, school directors and administrators, even educators, to evolve, adjust, and adapt to the new society that emerges with distinct constraints, needs, and challenges. To do so, it is fundamental to consider three critical factors that define a thriving learning environment. These factors are the human, linguistic, and socio-cultural level. These factors are strongly related to the 21st century skills, which in their diverse variants generally categorize these abilities into three: the ways of thinking, the use of tools, and social relationships. This last one is one of the most, let's say, studied and developed and necessary skill because right now in our days, we have been witnessing what we call globalization. So now the sharing of cultures and customs are present all over the media, all over the world. This is one of the most important aspects to develop in our students so that they can generate or create tolerance, respect for the others, and also a wide view of the world.